Hello and good morning. I'm Erin. I'm Queen Bee Tarot, and it is my honor to bring you an astrology update for your morning. We're going to pull a tarot card as well, but first I wanted to talk about all this business about Pluto moving into Aquarius. And basically, summing it up, Pluto represents power and control, both internal and external. It represents when we claim it, when we give it away, and when perhaps we do things in a dark and shady way. Everyone has a light side and a shadow side, and usually doing shadow work, working on our less desirable qualities, often gets initiated or catalyzed when we start to drive ourselves crazy. When we have behaviors or perspectives or ways in which we get stuck in a loop and we start to annoy ourselves, we think, oh my God, why did I do that again? Why did I respond to that situation in the exact same way? So when we start to become annoyed with ourselves, that's the catalyst of making some really big changes. And it's all about how we use our power or live our lives. The reason I mention this is because we're going to start the day with the moon in Gemini. Gemini is chatty, social, butterfly. But when the moon moves into Cancer in the second half of the day, we're going to have this dip into some deep emotional waters. You may find yourself annoyed with yourself. This is why I'm giving you a heads up. When we are able to observe our behavior instead of getting absorbed in it, we have the opportunity to change our choices. And that's the biggest thing about Pluto, is that we often get locked into patterns of behavior, habitual responses. With Pluto moving into Aquarius, having moved into Aquarius, we are invited to rewrite the script. I had a really funny thought today. Here's something to consider if you get stuck in the Monday blues. So I was washing my dishes, and it feels like dishes never end, right? Some form of deja vu, where you feel like you've done this before. And then I had this thought of, what if you approach the most boring or tedious or annoying things or triggering things and think to yourself, what if you had a Groundhog Day moment where you realized that you had actually really been stuck in some sort of a time loop, and you realized that this was like your third or fourth or 10th time in. So, pretending and imagining on that premise, what if you pretend today, when you are stuck in an undesirable loop, what could I do differently? Oh, that's cool, a card just came out. What could I do differently to avoid getting stuck in a loop? So sometimes shadow work is really heavy. It does involve confronting our demons, our shadows, our less desirable qualities, but what's really important is to laugh through it, love through it. The Nine of Cups is about achieving a level of self-satisfaction where we are wise to our own game. We are wise to the matters of the heart, the mind, the soul, the light, the dark, the shadow, and everything in between. The more that we love ourselves at the same time as we know ourselves, and we don't hide from any parts of our shadow, the easier it is to move into the light in life and mind and heart and spirit. So the Nine of Cups is about achieving a level of self-satisfaction. This is often called the wish granted card, and many people believe that if you pull this card or it falls out of your deck, we are invited to make a wish. So right here, right now, I invite you guys, make a wish. This is a magical moment and potentially a do-over. So if you find yourself annoyed with some sort of stuck in the loop moment today, rewrite the script. Sending you all of my love.